Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. So we gotta talk about Botching Bitter's lawsuit. Okay, we can't just talk about Nikki and Camel Toe. We gotta call Botching Bitter to the front of the congregation because it looks like she will be heading back to her favorite place, and that's in court. For this lawsuit that has been going on for the last 5 years. Now, in 2019, Loose Tooth and Off the Flop were sued by an autograph seeker, a fan who claims that they instructed people, allegedly their security, to savagely beat him up outside the Met Gala after party. This happened in 2019. Now, Loose Tooth did try to get this lawsuit dismissed, back in 2019. Cardi B stated that any injuries Arnold, the guy that got beat up, may have suffered were in result of his own contributory negligence and comparative conduct, and as well as his assumption of risk. So basically, she's trying to say that it was his fault. She trying to blame the fan. But unfortunately, the lawsuit did not get dismissed. Cardi B's next court appearance for the 2018 attack on an autograph seeker after the Met Gala after party is set for February 3rd, 2025. So let me know if you guys think that she should have to pay up. Now, Giovanni Arnold got beat up by Botching Bitter's 3 security guards, and they whooped his ASS at her request. But she denies the men worked for her. So she's saying that the men did not work for her, and it was all of the fans' fault. A lot of blogs are not talking about this because, technically the lawsuit started in 2018, but she is going to court for it in 2025. Now, here's the thing, though. Botching Bitter does have a history of sending men to beat up people. Didn't she do that with Jade and Jade's cousin or sister when they were sleeping with Off the Cheat? She sent men to throw bottles at them at their job when they were bartending. And then on top of that, allegedly she was sending people to beat up Akbar in Atlanta. I remember Akbar talking about that. So Cardi B does have a history of sending men to beat up people. And I think that should be, a part of his lawsuit. She had to do community service for the Jade incident, and I heard she had to cough up some money, but she did get a slap on the wrist. Now no criminal charges has been filed against Cardi B because technically she didn't beat up nobody. She instructed somebody to get beat up allegedly, so she's not facing any criminal charges, but she might have to pay up. So let me know how y'all feel about that. How much you think Cardi B should pay to the fan? Allegedly he wants at least $5 to $6 million. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, moving on to the Princess of Rap, Doja Cat was the second best-selling female rapper by total album units in the U.S. in 2024. This was reported by Paolo Board and Chart Data. So congratulations to Doja Cat. Ckiminaj was the best-selling female rapper by total album units in the U.S. in 2024. So congratulations to Ckiminaj on that. But what's really shocking is how did Doja Cat beat out Megan Thee Stallion? Megan put out 2 albums last year. Didn't she put out Act 1 and Act 2? Doja Cat only put out the deluxe, and the deluxe did terrible. I think the deluxe only did like 400 copies in per sales. So it's very interesting that Doja Cat was still the second best-selling female rapper by total album units. That is very interesting. But Doja Cat do have the best payola in the game. But Megan comes back swinging, even though she wasn't first or second. Megan Thee Stallion was the third best-selling female rapper by total album units in the U.S. for 2024, okay? So congratulations to Megan on that, but she's still getting dragged by her lace front on social media. Now, Torrey Craig's baby mama, who is gorgeous, by the way. Look how good she looked. Wow. She really looked like a model. But fans are saying that she's throwing some shade at Megan because she's listening to Tory Lanez I Like on Instagram. So fans feel like that is shade towards Meg. But Torrey Craig, I didn't even know he was pulling baddies like this. Now, she looked better than the other girl. She looked better than that Elizabeth girl, Jazz Elizabeth. Yeah, that girl looks botched, but she looked good. Now, was Party messing with this girl too? Because it also was exposed that Partisan Fontaine has been liking Jazz Elizabeth's pictures, who exposed Torrey Craig for sleeping with her allegedly and sending inappropriate text messages and DMs while he allegedly was with Megan. Okay, so, people have been digging up the fact that Partisan Fontaine was also possibly had been messing with this girl too. I'm like, damn, how she take your ex and your new man? Like, goodness gracious, Megan, that coochie might not be that great, okay? That coochie might be a little bit loose. Maybe got some bad karma in it, okay? Maybe you're not that great in bed like you brag about, because she always brag about how she great in bed. Maybe that's a lie, because I feel like if you so great in bed, why are these men cheating like that? Okay, if you so great. And before people say, oh, she has messages from messing with Torrey Craig since 2023. She wasn't really cheating. Here's the thing, though. He was messing with both of them at the same time, because at the end of the day, Megan been messing with Torrey Craig since earlier 2024. Since early 2024, she been messing with this guy. So clearly, the relationships overlap. He wasn't honest, okay? And that's why he got donkey today. But Megan, that coochie might be a little bit loose. That WAP might not be that great as you've been bragging about in your music. Now, Nosy Broke Live, who was sued by Ckiminaj and was ordered by the court not to speak on Ckiminaj, has been dragging her on social media. Nosy Broke Live said, if you had a baby by a R-word, ghetto, low-class, serial R-word, what kind of future do you expect your male child to have? Chances are he'll be a slow starter, slow to talk, slow to walk, slow to blink his eyes. He'll throw random fits, eventually crash out in his preteen years. Soon the SA allegations will come, then proof, then arrest, convictions, and jail time. Now he's on the SO registry too. That apple never falls too far. Okay, so she talking about Papa Bear in this tweet. And I swore in the court documents when the case got settled that she was not allowed to speak on Nicki Minaj. But of course she's speaking on Nicki. See, this is why Nicki should have took her channel down. See, Judge didn't do a good job with this case. How did she lose in court and still speaking on Nicki Minaj? Okay? Even Tasha K can't speak on Cardi B like she used to. Judd needs to send this hoe a cease and desist, and also needs to make sure that she shouldn't be speaking on Nicki Minaj's child like that. That's really, really, really weird to say that a child is going to be an SO offender. Come on now. That is tacky. Then she reposted TMZ saying that, there could be a possible warrant for Nicki Minaj's arrest. And she said, remember, the dumb ass Barbs kept saying that I was going to jail. The dumb B words don't understand how a civil lawsuit works. Well, this case is actually criminal. This B word is really going to jail. 2025 is off to a great start. Okay? See, Nicki? If Nicki Minaj goes to jail, she gonna give a lot of her ops bars. She gonna give them a lot of clapbacks to say to her, you know, Nicki really gotta fight this case. She really gotta fight it. People say, oh, she can come out of jail and write a diss track. No, she don't need to be in there at all. Okay? Because if she go to jail, it's not going to do what y'all think it's gonna do. Okay? They gonna be dragging her, and they're gonna use that moment to bring her down. Okay? I don't think it's gonna have the effect people think it's gonna have. Like, she can come out and do freestyle. No. They're going to use that moment to bring Nicki Minaj down, and she will get dragged for it. Okay? I don't think it would be a good idea for Nicki Minaj to even settle in this case at all. I would fight it completely. Like, absolutely fight it. Don't even try to settle behind the scenes, because if she settle, they're never going to let her live this down. And then people are going to say she's a violent person. That's the narrative they're going to push. She's abusive, she's violent. And then other people are going to start suing her for other things, just like what happened with Diddy. It only took one case for Diddy to settle, and then everybody comes out the woodworks. So she got to fight it. Now, country music singer Jelly Roll was called out for allegedly sneak dissing Queen Bee. Okay, now I don't really listen to Jelly Donut, but I guess he does make some noise. Maybe he was upset that he wasn't on Cowboy Carter, like his peers. But he said the record was good, talking about Cowboy Carter. I don't know if it was Queen Bee's best record. You know what I mean? It didn't make me feel the way Renaissance made me feel as a body of work. But there were 2 or 3 songs on there that I thought could be a country song of the year for sure. What she did with Jolene was just unbelievable. And how much Dolly loved it, to me, that's the real tale. Okay? Now, here's the thing. I think Jelly Donut was a little bit jealous that he wasn't on Cowboy Carter. Okay? Because why are you talking about your review on Cowboy Carter now? The album been out 8 months, okay? And I understand they might have asked his opinion, but he could have kept it short and sweet, okay? No shade to Jelly Donut. You sound a little bit jelly to me, okay? No shade. I don't really believe that you was really listening to Renaissance like that, okay? Now, Renaissance is better than Cowboy Carter. He's absolutely right. But I think him being a country artist makes him a little bit biased about the album Cowboy Carter, because I feel like any country singer or artist that felt left out or felt like, oh, how come she didn't want to collaborate with me, and how comes I wasn't on Cowboy Carter, of course they're going to say something negative. Okay, because they didn't get the opportunity to work with Queen Bee like Post Malone and Shabuzi and Purdue Chicken and all the other artists that were able to work on the album. Okay, no shade. I don't think he was just really sitting around listening to Renaissance like that. I think that he just took the opportunity to critique Queen Bee because he probably felt left out. If he was on Cowboy Carter, I think his tone would be switching up. I think he would have said, oh my goodness, I love the album. I think he would have done that. No shade. Now, moving on from that, Gorilla Glue was the 4th best-selling female rapper by total album units in the U.S. in 2024. I think that Gorilla Glue's numbers were fudged. I think Megan probably did not outsell Gorilla Glue in the total album units. Well, actually, since his total album unit, she might have, because she got more albums than Gorilla Glue. But I don't think she outsold Gorilla Glue in 2024. Like, I don't think Act 1 and Act 2 by Megan this year outsold Gorilla Glue's album this year. But for total album units, she might have outsold Gorilla Glue because she got more albums than Gorilla Glue. But I don't think she had a better year in 2024 than Gorilla Glue. That definitely did not happen. Okay. But I don't think Devil Nation is going to allow Gorilla Glue to completely surpass Megan at all. Especially when it comes to the Grammys and, accolades and brand deals. They're not going to allow that. Okay. Because then Megan will be deemed not as great of a rapper if Gorilla Glue surpass her. Okay, because she's supposed to be up there with like the Cardi B, the Dojas, and the Nickies. Now, moving on from that, SZA's SOS has now sold over 7 million total units in the US. It's her first album to reach this milestone. And this is a very good look for SZA. 7 million, and it's only been, what, like 3 years? It's only been 3 years. Well, actually, technically 2. But, you know, that is a good thing for SZA because the R&B girlies are not even doing these type of numbers. Even the pop girlies, not all of them are doing these type of numbers, okay? So congratulations to SZA. But unfortunately, SZA, you also will be receiving Donkey of the Day. Now, the reason why SZA is receiving Donkey of the Day is because, of course, SZA is still complaining, acting like botch and bitter, and going on these mini rants. She said, to fulfill my last 2 album requirements, I think I just want to make peaceful children's music and get out of here. Then go be a farmer and donate the produce to underserved communities. Here's my thing, SZA. You always lie. Okay? You just a lying Scorpio. You ain't gonna be no damn farmer. Okay? I don't believe anything that you say. And here's the thing, SZA. If you want to leave the music industry, just leave, okay? Because at the end of the day, you know, you've been in the game since, 2011, 2010. You put out your first album in 2017, and you only got 2 albums, okay? You're not even consistent like that. Let's be very clear. And you don't have the best vocals. And you're not the best dancer. But you do have talent. I think your main talent is writing. You always complaining about something, right? But you don't do anything to change the circumstances, okay? So if you have issues with TDE Lunch, TDE Punch, get a new manager. Why is his bio still saying, oh, I manage SZA still, after you say you fired him? Okay? Cut the umbilical cord. Unless you want to continue to get sabotaged, you're going to have to get rid of TDE Fruit Punch. Okay? But I don't want to hear you complain when he sabotages your next album release. Okay? And then you want to go on these rants. Okay? At the end of the day, if you want change to happen, you got to start moving differently. And the only way you can do that is by getting rid of the snakes in the camp. Now, moving on from that, Sexy Red was the 5th best-selling female rapper by total album units in the U.S. in 2024, beating out Cardi B, who was the 6th best-selling female rapper by total album units in the U.S. in 2024, okay? So she's no longer in the top 5 spots. And then Scratch Off beats out Ice Spice and was the 7th best-selling female rapper by total album units in 2024, while Ice Spice basically came in last place and was the 9th best-selling female rapper by total album units in 2024. Okay? I think Flo Milli was number 8. Now, unfortunately, Torrey Craig is still getting exposed by Jazz Elizabeth, the side chick, but she has admitted that she has been in a relationship or messing with Tory since 2023, which we previously discussed, but it overlaps with his relationship with Megan, okay? Now, she posted a screenshot of Tory asking her, what is she doing this weekend? She said a lot of church activities. How you a hoe and you going to church? You half naked on the internet talking about a lot of church activities. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't believe that. So he said, and she goes to church with a ring emoji. Very interesting. Then he said, I'm not sure. I had my wisdom teeth pulled yesterday, so gotta see how it goes. Now, she said they play this game better than you actually play it on the court. I'm done after this. Why are you erasing stuff to validate yourself? You always in my close friends keeping tabs on me, FaceTiming me and sending me money. Since 2023, you've made effort up until now. We have endless text messages, etc. And then you called my phone last night to delete it because you're guilty. Then the fact you lying shows that you're not even worthy of Meg. I didn't even know you and Meg were a thing until the shade room posted y'all in bed. After I told you about my situation, you felt some type of way. Then you kept talking to me all the way up until now, which made me believe something otherwise. Sorry. Then you delete everything. There's no need for a woman to go against other women. Men never take accountability, and it damages women further on both sides by playing games. You play this game better than you actually play on the court. You may get the start after this. It's all love, okay? Now, here's the thing, though. What did you expect him to do? Of course, he was going to delete messages, okay? He with Meg, but I think Meg is one of the worst people to cheat on because I can see her getting her lick back. You know, Meg a cheater. She is a certified cheater, okay? She might sleep with one of his friends. I don't think he was smart about this. Now, Megan sends her friends after the side piece. Asian Doll the Flop, Asian the Brat, tweeted Jasmine Elizabeth and said, "We jumping you, B-word. I hope it was worth it 100." Then a fan responded and said, "In 2025, we still jumping girls over man." And she said, "We jumping hoes that come on the internet trying to expose a man because he decided to pop out with me." The FB word, okay? Now, here's the thing, Asian the Flop. Didn't you get kicked off the Body Yaddy Yaddy music video by Meg? I understand y'all made up, but Megan would never jump nobody for you. Let's be very clear. Okay, you might be clout chasing, but you need to focus on your flop ass career. You've been in the game for 10 plus years, still don't got a hit. Wasn't you signed to Gucci at one point? Okay, so at the end of the day, you got bigger fish to fry. And then, of course, she goes on live to clout chase some more.
This whole situation just pissed me off. Cause like bitches is too bold. Like hoes be fucking with 600 niggas and be so happy you got a nigga in common with her. Like bitches be so happy, like, oh my god, she's with the same nigga. Let me expose him. Bro, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all bitches exposed me and mine. Bro, I'm putting up with shit. Y'all hoes is getting too bold. Bro, y'all ain't scared to expose somebody. Y'all ain't scared to die. Let's go.
Asian Flop, this ain't your fight, okay? Nobody is scared of you, okay? You and your botch BBL need to sit down. And then on top of that, I think it's important for these men to get exposed, okay? Would you rather be sleeping with a man that's sleeping with 100 other girls? Probably, because your standards are low. But at the end of the day, if they get exposed, so what? Okay, at least the truth is out in the open. At least now Megan can move accordingly, and she probably was cheating too. I mean, she admits in her songs that she's a cheater. So it is what it is. But anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. Have a great day.